And it will be a weekend, a hot weekend too, but a weekend unlike any other seen at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The biggest part being that hardly anyone will actually see it inside.
No fans in the stands, but there will be 3 races at the track. Brad Brown joins us live from IMS with a look ahead to all of it. Brad, I think a lot of people are just excited that we do have some racing in Indianapolis finally.
As much as anything, Mark and Amanda, when we came over here this afternoon, they were testing out the PA system here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And even outside, it was just nice to hear something coming out of things here at 16th and Georgetown. They'll rev up the engines for the IndyCar Series tomorrow, NASCAR's Xfinity Series as well, and then the Cup Series with the Brickyard 400 coming up here on Sunday. The hot weather Kevin was talking about will play a little more of a factor on the oval with the NASCAR guys on Saturday, but the IndyCar guys will certainly be keeping an eye on those hot temperatures here when they take the track for practice on Friday. Let's take you back to last year for just a second. Remember race day for the IndyCar Grand Prix last year? Temperatures were in the upper 50s and it rained. By the time the thing was all done, it was Simon Pagenaud that had worked his way through the field, was clearly the class of the bunch, and ended up winning the IndyCar Grand Prix for the 3rd time. Well, Pagenaud comes in here now as the defending champion of this race, and even though it's 8 weeks later than it was supposed to be, Pagenaud is ready to go back, and his eyes are only on one prize, and that's at the top of the victory podium.
You know, as a driver, when you go to a track where you've won before, or a track where you've had good success, you just have a level of confidence that's higher for sure. You know, I'm going into the Grand Prix with very high expectation of myself and my car and my team. And, you know, I'm going there to win the race. I'm not going to be 3rd. I'm not going in thinking I could be 5th or 6th or 7th. The goal is to win. And quite frankly, you know, that's the only thought I have. But there are a lot of things that's going to happen, a lot of things out of my control. All I can do is the best I can.
IndyCar will be the first of 3 races here Saturday and Sunday. They'll take the green flag for the Grand Prix just after noon. The Xfinity Series goes on the road course after that. And a 4 o'clock start time on Sunday for the Big Machine Hand Sanitizer 400 at the Brickyard as the Cup Series returns to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Of course, a ton of buzz about both of these series being here. Jimmy Johnson will actually be having a little crossover of his own coming up next Wednesday. He'll be testing with Chip Ganassi Racing on the road course. Perhaps another NASCAR guy that could be here in the month of May come 2021. We shall see. Speaking of the Cup Series being here on the 4th of July weekend, of course, they raced at Daytona with the Firecracker 400 for the longest of decades. Well, they'll be here this weekend. Many of those cars going with some special Stars and Stripes paint schemes. And we look forward to seeing those guys only for the race. No practice, no qualifying. They'll line them up and go on Sunday here at the Speedway.